Greetings everyone, and Great here from another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the bottom left side as a Panzer player with Stoklomolvi. I still don't know how to properly pronounce his name. On the US player as the US player, we have Grogu. Not Gorguts, Grogu. I think that is the pre-orc version of him. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it today. My mind's just fried today. Little sleep. We do now. The engineers going capture up the missions point now. Got the barracks not pulling field, likely going for a rifleman. Captain Grad captured this sector. Panzer Grenadiers make their way towards this strategic point there. So it's a bit of a not aggressive push there, Panzer Lead player. More of a not passive, more like just standard. Just trying to cap up some sectors in the area. Munitions point being captured on up. Got the engineers pushing a bit far forward. I don't know why. Ever since I got upgraded my graphics card, this map causes lag spikes. It seems like it only affects this map. I have no idea why. The map's some sort of bad entity that doesn't like 4080. Engineers now eyeing for this fuel point now. Over here, we do got the rifleman squad captured this point. I could try alt tabbing and stopping like the Twitch stream over there. But it's weird, just this map that causes issues for my graphics card. And this game shouldn't really cause me lag, especially with the hardware I have. Panzer Grenadiers capture up this point now. That point will be secured on up. We got the Captain Grad capture of this munitions point here. And now we do have the Panzer Grenadiers advance forward, trying to get some damage there on those engineers. Looks like they're just going to go for the cutoff point there. Very nice. Rifleman squad captured the munitions point there. The engineers have captured the fuel point. Grad may just try to decapture it. Of course, that fuel point is not in supply right now. Rifleman squad not advancing forward and got this cutoff point now being cut off. Jeep now deployed out on the field. Engineers eyeing for this fuel point, but of course it is not even in supply. Even if he had this cutoff point. Captain Grad may be eyeing for that munitions sector there, just decides to decapture it and move on. Doesn't provide any resources, and all he's trying to do is deny his opponent resources, so very nice. And these Panzer Grenadiers are pushing way forward. They do spot the Jeep here. There's a good number of windows on the sides, so there's a good firing point for the Panzer Grenadier from that angle. And we got the engineer capturing up this fuel point now.
We are losing ground.
Engineers capture this munitions point there. Likely see another rifleman squad almost deployed on out. And now we got a logistics company, very nice. Maybe we'll see four-man squads. Four-man squads does provide 33% more damage and health, barring any additional upgrades, or barring the Panzer Shrek and G43 upgrade. Still does the same amount effect with the STG upgrade. Just G43s and Panzer Shreks, of course, are limited to certain models. But still provides some good bolt-action rifle fire. If you're satisfied with the bolt-action rifles of the Panzer Grenadiers, it's a great upgrade for you. Does get a wipe there on the engineer. Relatively a small loss. Still something you don't want to lose. You need the capping pressure. Logistics company now fully deployed on the field. He's consumed all his fuel for that deployment of the structure. No, that shouldn't cost that much fuel. He must not have had much fuel income to begin with, didn't he? Yeah, he's only at plus 10, so, and it's been nearly 4 minutes, and base income is 5 fuel, so he must have invested in something and not realize. Maybe that's what he invested fuel on. Basic healing. Jeep has received a bit of fire there. Rifleman squad does get suppressive fired by the G43 squad, and we got these two Panzer Grenadiers here, both a bit wounded. And we'll may need to fall back sooner rather than later. Stop retreats away now, full retreats now. We've got 3 rifleman squads in this region. This Panzer Grenadier is just overwhelmed, so might as well just retreat back nice and early. This point has been decaptured, however, it is not a cutoff point. Note that central point, the strategic point there, does keep the stuff in supply. So he has a spider web of resource controls, but this does allow. And now the engineers are falling back. Panzer Grenadiers going to recapture this point now. Rifleman squad's decapturing point, so once his point's decaptured, he will start losing income. Now this Rifleman squad is starting to engage the Jeep, or not Jeep, Captain Grad. Oh, got a big wave of penetrating bullets there.
We have lost a vehicle.
And goes down.
We are losing a sector.
Still not great fuel income for the Panzer Elite player, and he will maintain minimal fuel income from this point here, so he will need to start eyeing some more fuel points. Do not got the scout car being plotted through, the 221, which is a capture, self-propelled capturing vehicle.
Supply lines are broken. We have
He may be eyeing to upgrade it to 223 later on to get increased resource income. Jeep and option before got more G43s being pulled on the field. And his rifle squad does get some damage there on the Panzer Grenadier. Multiple Panzer Grenadiers are pushing way forward. Rifle squad will give one too many squads in this region. He doesn't need to send all of his rifle squads over here. He could perhaps split them up. Two will be more than plenty to deal with a rifleman. And the other two could perhaps say capture this sector and this sector. Deep push moving forward. 221 now pulled on the field. He can use it to capture a lot of sectors as well, along with the Kettenkrad. We got multiple squads of G43s now pulled on the field. We do now have the motor pool being pulled on the field. The US player has been maintaining great field control there. Rifle squad T-posing, but needs reinforcements. Rifle squad is eyeing for that barn. And the Kettenkrad, or not the Kettenkrad, to 221 is starting to capture some sectors. Pennsylvania is eyeing for this cutoff point here once again. Jeep is at full health at the moment. Now it's no longer at the full health at the moment. Jeep does fall back now. And now I've got the Kettenkrad being upgraded to 223 now. And now I've got the Panzer Support Command. Will we see a Panzer IV-C? Most people don't go for Panzer Support Command. Most people rely on the 222s. Fast, mobile, provides good fire support. Panzer IV-Cs, however, provides bigger holes, but it takes a bit longer to get deployed on out because you have to get the Panzer Support Command upgrade. You could see Hotchkiss as an alternative. That is the same slot. Deep now trying to find some shots there on the Kettenkrad. Two squads of Panzer Grenadiers inside the gate. Does inside the garrison there. There's 5 windows here. This Panzer Grenadier squad may be eyeing just going straight for the fuel point now. Rifleman squad does fall back, so this Panzer Grenadier can abandon the building, get into the munitions point, and the other squad gets the fuel point. He does need that for field. He just got the Panzer Support Command, and he's going for light TF track. Very nice. You know, still potentially can deploy out a Panzer IV-C, which can help hard lock down this area. You should see a bit of fire there. We're doing out a T-17 armor car now on the field, and does have this point locked down thanks to the 223 upgrade, denying the. That's actually, I really like that. If he had a bit more fuel to back it up and get down that light TF track first, it probably would have been a bit better. This could really be good because he's preventing the cutoff point from being captured. So the same way a British player can just charge forward of his HQ, set it right there, and lock down the sector, denying the majority of the map to your opponent. 70,000 firing gate. It's sustained a sliver damage. No, it didn't even sustain a sliver damage so far. Just going to eat some shots there until light TF track advances on forward. There's light TF track. It has advanced on forward. No crit shots just yet. It does get the destroyed engine crit there. It does get a crit shot. And it does throw a shot onto his own Panzer Grenadiers there. Rolls a bounce there onto hay. Yes, the light TF track can bounce off the hay. To be fair, it's pretty easy to have bullets ricochet, but I don't think they can really bounce off of hay. I suppose if they hit the right angle, it can easily bounce off the hay. But bullets can easily ricochet in real life. Good to stay on the T-17. Engineers trying to stop the light TF track. Main gun a short crit there, so that T-17 is basically dead. Now he's trying to charge him forward, does take out the forces. This Panzer Grenadier squad needs to fall back and make it wiped out. He may need to use suppressive fire on the rifleman squads there. Getting some hits there onto the Jeep now. Does use suppressive fire on one of the squads there. He's actually low on munitions. Both Panzer Grenadier squads falling back. T-17 has seen a bit of damage, but nothing too critical. But the rifleman squads can plink away against it. I think at this point in time, the 221 may just want to back out of the region. I think it's good fire there. I don't know if the 221 can get suppression fire, or 223 I should say, suppressive effect on infantry units, but does get some damage there. That one defense is very important there. He's trying to hold the line here. Right now, the US player is on minimal income. White Hat Trex has fallen back entirely. Even back at home for repairs until he doesn't need to take. Don't repair at the moment. You don't need repairs at the moment, so just keep back home and push forward the infantry. The Panzer Grenadiers are much more on the front line right now, and you don't need a vehicle at the moment. So there's something to find motor pool right now, and the armored car does get gunned down now. We do now have the 4-man squad upgrade. Very, very nice. 5 Panzer Grenadiers are out in the field as well. None of them are reinforced just yet. These 2 can be reinforced from this guy here. Let's see. No doctrine selection for the Panzer League player just yet. 3 riflemen. Okay, he's going for an 80 gun. He canceled whatever he had. Didn't have much full field to begin with, so I'm not sure what he canceled beforehand. It could have been an AT gun there, but yeah, playing manpower still. Does recapture that point there. We do not got the Kettengrad captured sectors. Need some reinforcements there. Do got the rifleman squad now. Do got a trios in the squad on the field as well. Engineer squad does fall back. He's going to be trying to hit this squad now. This rifle squad could potentially be wiped out by these 2 Panzer Grenadiers. There's 4 models each. One squad does get suppressed there. Does force them back there. Could take time to recapture it up. And this rifle squad is so wounded. We've got a G43 squad here. I think the G43 was recently upgraded. I could be mistaken about that. And that rifle squad does get annihilated. Could take time to capture both these sectors. Actually, skip this sector. Go straight for the munitions point there. M2 flanker now deployed on the field. He could use suppressive fire onto it if he had enough munitions.
Our supply lines are being threatened.
And now got the 223 upgrade and lockdown on sector once again, doing the exact same game. He does not have an AT gun on the field. He's now redeployed it. He canceled it. He really should not have planned to cancel it. The AT gun is going to be useful against Panzer Elite no matter what. It's highly unlikely your opponent will deploy out no additional armored assets. Panzer Grenadier squad needs to fall back. Oh, getting stuck, getting the run around.
Enemy
Does get wiped out, however. Stick bomb does connect. Panzer Grenadiers on the flank. Gets it fully immobilized, but doesn't exactly want to remove in the first place. Doesn't take out that rifleman squad there. There's no medic station either. AT gun still on the field. Does get suppressed there. So he does. This weapon may cause suppression there. Now the rifleman squads are falling on back. As Grenadiers, they both dropped a model. He could use a Birkin to recover the 221. Flame Engineers advancing forward. That can pose a pretty big threat to the Panzer Grenadiers, not so much to the 221. Does take out one of the Flame Engineers, very nice. Trying to focus on the Flame Engineer, good focus fire. This Panzer Grenadier squad needs to fall back sooner rather than later. Could actually be wiped out by the Engineers. They do fire a couple more bullets here, but looks like he does escape on out there. This Panzer Grenadier is on the front line, no more Flame Engineer in the region. He could throw another stink bomb to the scout car. It said it was immobilized, but I don't see any crits on the menu here. But sometimes they don't have all animations.
Enemy unit to operation posts report. We are losing a sector.
2-3 does go down. And Krad doing a good job catching the field.
AT here.
And the US player has 4 command points at the moment. 4 command points. What would I go for? Good if they're on the Kettengrad. He has no munitions to come, so airborne's not a good idea. Probably armor. Armor has a lot of manpower-based abilities, as well as munition-based abilities. So, in a Pershing, probably would be helpful to help supplement your force when you have little fuels well. So I think going for the Pershing line on armor could be maybe best. STG's now put on the field, get some great damage there. That can really help protect another 223 if he does go for one. An artillery priest wouldn't hurt as well, but it's Panzer Elite. They have a lot of mobile assets on these 223s there, which may be the one time that M2s would be useful against Panzer Elite. support weapon center going for snipers. Okay. Or a mortar wouldn't be half bad. Oh, good hit there by the AT gun.
Standing by.
Panzer Air Command not being pulled on field. I
The
think he's
enemy
going
is seizing
towards.
our territory.
I think he's eyeing Panther research. I don't think he's going to go for a martyr. Yep, there's the Kampfgriff company. He's going for his Panther research.
Rejoice, Panzer. Roadblocks are now at our disposal to enjoy the
Ooh,
benefits of our Jaeger command.
nasty. Does use Scorched Earth and Scorch the point. And that's a point you do not want to be scorched, because that is your cutoff point there. Rifleman squad does fall back now. Can you scorch a point that is locked down by a 223? And if so, what happens? I assume it just becomes neutral, but will the 223 still technically lock down the sector as a glitch? That's probably a bit a buggy interaction if it does. Consequent Air's getting some great damage on the rifleman. Oh wait, a munitions half track. Interesting. And there's a landmine there. Very, very interesting. So do you got the Panzer Elite it's not a telemine, it's a regular landmine like the Wehrmacht player and US players can deploy, and the British players can deploy. I love seeing the less common units. I don't think it's Panzer truck research just yet, so he can't get out his Panther research just yet. B-43 squads doing their job help securing the sector. We do have the sniper falling on back. He could use suppressive fire there on the flame engineers. Best not go too close to it. Looks like he's hunting down the sniper. Oh, and the engineers got the point disabled in front of them. Nasty. More landmines being pulled on the field. I very much like this. Nobody expects the Panzer Elite player to pull out landmines. And I don't think he's seen this munitions half-track just yet either. You may hear my drink open up. My apologies.
Achtung. The enemy is impacting Kampfgruppelier's victory points.
Do not got a fresh Kaliningrad now applying field. He's gone for Scorched Earth. The Kaliningrad can booby trap points as well. Howdy.
Fall in.
Panzer push way forward. A little bit overkill, but he should be able to force back these forces. Just keep away from the flamethrower from the civilian garrison. Though the engineers have seen quite a bit of damage there. Does get efficiency 1. Hello. SCG squad advancing forward, does see a bit of fire there. Flamer could get wiped on out. SCG's definitely on the retreat path. I think he's just keeping that. Yeah, he just let that unit die to get maximum damage on in. It looks like the flame did explode inside the house. That would definitely light the hearth on fire, that's for sure. Do now got the rifle squad suppressed there. Sniping in his second kill. SCG squad down to 2 members there, severely wounded. B-43 squad are engaging the rifleman at close range, and the rifleman squad does fall back. And now we do have the machine gun placement being pulled on out the field. He really wants to make sure this point doesn't scorched again.
The enemy is weakening.
And oh, he did not finish off the MG placement, did he? Yeah, still pretty far from being complete. Now got a relatively late 2-2 now pulled out on the field. I'm more impartial to the Panzer Force C this point, but at this point in time, probably need something mobile versus the ATK gun. And the sniper does get spotted by 2-2, but the AT gun does protect him. And the point gets scorched once again.
We're losing
we
a
got
strategic
Airborne
sector.
here. Airborne's interesting. He does not maintain good enough. I honestly now more and more think about it. As I mentioned before, and I think Airborne is the worst doctrine to pick at this point in time. He has no munitions that come make use of those powerful abilities. Rifle squad trying to repair up the point there. Does find a Panzer Elite landmine. And And I got the munitions half track and light half track now being deployed on the field. Oh, I heard another landmine detonation. Rifleman finds another landmine. Are the Panzer mines slightly weaker than other landmines? So I think that Rifleman squad should be a bit more wounded. Starting to repair up the street point now. Airborne rarely win. Lack of late game ability. Yep, I can see that.
We can airdrop resources.
It all comes down to strategic bombing. The strategic bombing is a powerful resource, but he does not have munitions. That's why he probably went for immediately for the supply drops to get. Oh, wait a second. That can also provide him fuel. Is he actually going to make a reasonable usage of the fuel drops of the supply drop? Because most people just use that for munitions, but I think he actually can use that fuel. Weird.
Enemy unit dead.
Let's take out the Tetrad there. STG squad is charging forward. Light half track does find a direct hit there on the M1 AT gun there. Re-scorches the point again. And STG squad does fall back now. You could make use of the 30 cal. Yeah, the 30 cal is going to be very useful. Sit up in one of these craters here, and it will help protect that point from being scorched again. But I think... Oh, does take out the ITF track as well. But I think he went airborne simply to get a chance to win in the game, or the fuel drop as well as the munitions drop. That's up supply yard level 1. But now he can get fuel for various armored assets. And right now, I think he should get out a tank depot and go for a Sherman tank. Oh, airborne needs Sherman, I think. Exactly what I just said. Perfect. He already has a tier 3. It's one of the few times where I think the supply drop for fuel is just actually useful. We now got some more landmines being pulled off by the Panzer Elite player. Very, very nice. We got some G43 squads advancing forward. Bet to riflemen in this region. You may have a bit of trouble seeing what time it is, but right now it is the 22-minute mark, 22:40 mark in the game. So this game has gone on a bit of time, so it's not like I skipped to tier 3 at this point in time. A little bit late for technically a skip, quote unquote. But now I got the munitions half track, maybe trying to find some landmines up here. Maybe pull out a Goliath.
57 mil at your service.
A Goliath deployed out on this side here and driving up forward across the road may be a possibility. Rifleman squad to capture the strategic point there. The VPs are in favor of the Panzer Elite player by a small margin, but that margin is decreasing at the moment. Let's see if there's any unique text. We do got the Hummel available. The Hummel, I think the Hummels would be a better option than the Panthers at this point in time. He may not know that he's fighting against airborne just yet. The 30 cal arm crewed by riflemen could give that away. I don't know if he would realize the supply drop there. But it looks like same for the Panthers. You got a US landmine playing field. US sniper advanced forward of 2 levels of efficiency with 8 kills.
Ready to pass on orders.
Panthers now being employed out in the field. That will give him a good front line. He has lost one of his Panzer Grenadier squads, one of the G43s. And there's tank depot. What asset? It is a M10. Against Panthers, the M10's probably needed. Multiple M10s. You now have AT guns now being deployed on another AT gun airdrop being deployed on him. Rifleman getting picked away by the Panthers. He's on a bit of open ground there, able to get clear line of sights for those tank shots. And now it does fall back from the region. Panzer Grenadiers advancing on forward. You got the 2 AT guns here. Sniper cook camouflage forward to help spot for those AT guns. Finds a landmine there. Does receive a kill with the 30 cal
Losing
as
ground
well.
out there.
And does pick off another model there as well, preventing decapture and scorching.
What's up?
We hold the initiative. At this rate, we'll be taking Berlin by Christmas.
Let's put some fear into him.
Sniper slowly advancing on forward.
We have aerial recon capabilities.
Air recon is not half bad, but not really that important at this moment in time. It's a good hit there on the Panther. That's one AT gun. The other AT gun is in back reserve up here. Sniper finds a shot there on the Panzer Grenadier. Rifleman and a engineer moving on the flank. I don't know why this map causes lag spikes. Fires a shot there. And now we do have the STG squad horseback the engineers. He does have the 30 cal. The mortar has not been proved. I don't think the mortar would be useful. The Panzer Grenadiers have been a bit too mobile to be hit by a mortar. The make can occasionally get damage. The US player does have plenty of population space for crewing one of them. Sniper does get a shot there. Rifleman now getting some hits as well. SCG squad, I don't think will get all much work done. Does fall back now. And it's push line forward. Rolls a miss there.
Anti-tank through here.
Oh, did that M10 get canceled? I think he canceled the M10 because I don't see one deploy on the field and don't see a carcass somewhere. Ah, he canceled it for supply level 2. Very, very nice.
We've got air support available.
SGG squad advancing forward. He may find a landmine next to those Panzer Grenadiers. Ah. Protecting the VPs. That makes sense. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. He does have AT guns to hold back the Panthers. Though this AT gun is receiving a lot of hits there and needs to fall back, get some veterans. Wait. Oh yeah, this AT gun has 4 light vehicle kills. So it actually does get a good amount of veterancy there. He needs to get this veterancy alive on this AT gun, because veterancy does pan out big time for AT guns. And does get decrewed now.
Taking casualties.
This player does have the VPs captured. The VPs are very, very similar, soon to be the same.
Eyes on me, infantry.
From capture the left flank, and the VPs are now the same. Airborne squad being put on field. It's just eyeing for some recoilless rifles.
We're back awaiting your orders, sir.
Paratroopers on point.
And here comes a Hummel barrage. And this may be a problem with capturing of the mortar as well. Notice it's fighting against scorched earth, so Hummel barrages can easily stay no to any support weapon that the US player wants to field on out.
Rifle squad taking fire.
Rifleman squad now being forced on back. The Panzer player needs to push a bit more towards the VPs. There's double capture against them at the moment. Some hits there on these Panthers. Bit of chip damage. Needs to get repaired on up, however. Engineers does spot the Hummel. Not like they can do much versus it.
Casualties being
And the Minesweeper squad does fall back. He has another Minesweeper squad out on the field, so he can spot the occasional Panzer Elite landmine. We got some recoilless rifles on the airborne squad now. Gets a bounce there. The munitions half track still alive, so he can still deploy out some more landmines. And STG squad can use suppressive fire onto that airborne squad, but of course they can be countered up by fired up. Good hits there, and does fall back to the airborne squad now.
Heading to pass on orders.
Oh, sorry, I just saw your Rumble comments. Well, none of them are Wehrmacht, so neither side can deploy out Knight's crossbowers. Sniper does get shot there. I hear Humo Barrage probably onto the AT gun. Mace hit the sniper. I was thinking they're going to hit the MG. Oh, that barrage may have been on top of the sniper itself. Nope. That's gonna go hit there. Sorry for the lag spikes. I don't know why. This map just causes lag spikes. All the maps generally work fine, but this map with my new graphics card, relatively new graphics card, just doesn't like each other. I do not know why. 30 cal does go down. We do have the M1 AT gun receiving some shots there. Panthers moving forward. They have not been repaired enough. AT gun does get through. Got the snipe. Oh, recoilless rifle that's gonna go to rear arm hit there on the wounded Panther. Does the Panther will escape on out there? We do have a potential sticky bomb here. Does not get a sticky bomb. SCG squad getting some damage there. Ooh, strafe and run. Did we just see a squad wipe there? Nope, he sells all the squads there. The extra man squads does help on out. Yep. A little bit unlucky there, and he can recapture up, as I see in the Rumble comment, he can recapture the mortar from the supply drops. But honestly, right at this point in time, the Humo would probably spell a big no to most of the support weapons. He has to get out the AT gun. He already had the 30 cal captured for the Humo, but going for mortar squads can are just easy pickings for the Humo. Road recoilless rifle hits there onto the Panthers. Good pit there from the Panthers. Is that another airborne squad? But that's just reinforcements. Panthers severely wounded there. I hear the Humo firing away. Something exploded for the US player. These squads need to focus on the recoilless rifles. Those use fired up. Use suppressive fire there. Great straight run there. Does get him. Does not hit one of the STG squads there. Does take out the Panther as well. Airborne squad. Yep, a little bit too wounded to engage the Panther, and does fall back now. Paratroopers are falling on back, seeing quite a bit of damage now. Got two mortars here from the supply drops. You also got the decrewed 30 cal there.
Can now deploy sector artillery to strike field.
Sector artillery cannot be deployed on field. He has a lot of munitions for them. And to get another 2 more minutes support for munitions, he will have enough for another sector artillery. Let's take a look. Let's keep the US player selected for the rest of the game so we can see what air assets can bring on in and all the munitions, since it's a bit more volatile of what he can pull on in, and this point gets scorched immediately again. And we got the first booby trap being deployed on the field. I don't think we've actually seen any booby traps deployed on the field. Not like we can check the other points since we have the Panzer League player selected. I think it did spot the booby trap, but of course they're free. You just spam them out anywhere. 30 cal has been recruited, has been reset on up. And here comes the Humo barrage. Does force back the Panzer Grenadier.
Supply lines are broken.
Oh, wait, no, that's sector artillery, not a Humo barrage. Oh, that is a Humo barrage. The sector is yellow, which means sector artillery as well. So I think the sector is pretty locked down for the time being.
Base is under attack.
Does get a decent shot on the barracks. AT gun and 30 cal over here. 30 cal should be able to protect the AT gun. He has a Cinder grenade research. Maybe good idea to throw one. Does press there. And oh, the munitions half track is damaged. Does drop a landmine there. I think it'd be a good idea for the Panzer League player to just go for another Humo. He has to play out something from the Panzer Command. Let's go quick look at it. Oh, he's going for a tank buster squad. It does cost more manpower, but cheaper on the munitions, which, being Scorched Earth, you want your sector artillery, so that makes sense. US player has enough munitions for a bombing run. Just spent some munitions there. Does cancel whatever he's spending. I think it was a sticky bomb being queued on up. SCG squad going to pretty close range there. Airborne squad has 2 levels of efficiency. Humo barrage, close range shot. does rain far. SCG squad does fall back. Another SCG squad, the Tank Buster squad advances forward. Not Tank Buster, Heavy Assault Panzer Grenadiers. And all these squads now falling back. We see a bit too much damage now. Ghost Rifle does roll a hit there. G42 advancing forward. Sticky Bomb, multiple Sticky Bombs connected on in. I probably would have just gone for one and then try to spot for the bomb run. Fully mobilized, so now he can perhaps finish it off. Fires up, trying to get to the rear armor. You can use a Strafer Run to protect him as well. Multiple good hits there. Rifle squad now falling on back. And just got level 2 veterancy there, and does go down. Takes out the munitions half track as well, giving a Vet 3 airborne squad. Does use slow ability there to slow down that airborne squad, but looks like he does escape on out of there. The US player has both head and VPs, approaching those 100 advantage. More supply drops being dropped on in.
We have a threat to our victory point.
What are my coordinates?
There's a Panzer Elite landmine there that could be found by the AT gun with her feet or wheels.
We have territory cut
Ooh,
off.
Hummel could potentially be sieged down by the AT gun, but the hedge line is protecting him. Yeah, it's not taking aim when the first shot lands, revealing him. I'm not sure if the shots are landing. I thought they were shooting back there. And this point is scorched once again, if it was not already scorched.
Ready for duty.
Our forces are taking
I heard another
casualties.
landmine detonation. It was the AT gun. Rifle squad, Veteran C2, pushing way forward, trying to decapture the central VP. And he may be trying to stop this point from being decaptured. Does force him back there. SCG squads advancing forward. Got another Puma barrage there. No, that's sector artillery, which I think just annihilated a rifleman squad there. Yeah, there's no wounded rifleman squad there, so that rifleman squad did get wiped out by sector artillery.
Paratroopers on point.
And now here comes the Strafer Run. I'm thinking onto here. Get some good damage there. Maybe better to go this way here. Sector artillery shot there. Oh! That's a Hummel shot there, but the sector artillery almost landed on the top of those Panzer Grenadiers. You may wonder why it fired a shot there. Is because the damn these back spikes. It was a P-47 flying over. It targeted the P-47. Of course, it missed by a mile. But it can still target aircraft. Panzer Grenadiers getting suppressed. He's just trying to repair up the point again.
We got contact. Airborne ready.
Oh, and that's the sector artillery still running on in. He still cannot repair up this point.
Fall in, man.
Next shot will likely take out those Panzer Grenadiers, or not Panzer Grenadiers, engineers, but he is out of vision. Oh. Was taking a drink. Panther, Bergantiga. I love seeing the Bergantiga. It's a very powerful unit. Honestly. Oh, borderline overpowered. And dead. Dude, let's be fair, using Bergantiga to recover vehicles for free, assume the carcass is still alive, is incredibly powerful. I'm surprised people don't get it more
We're
often.
losing a fuel sector.
Though I suppose you have to deal with limited population cap. See here, 56 population cap is not a whole lot. Rifleman squad does get suppressed there. Does use no strafe run there. Not getting a whole lot of damage, just get some great suppression there. Got more sector artillery raiding on in. And the sector artillery has expired. Not enough munitions to cast another one. And he's trying to stay in this region just to get out of suppression, but we'll find the 30 cal to keep him in suppression. Oh, I think he's trying to go forward to scorch the point. Finn, unable to scorch the point. And then push way forward, does recover suppression there. Trying to scorch the point still. Goes for the crush. 1, 2, 3. There goes. Let's get a full wipe on the Panzer Grenadier. Panther now engaging the M10 in glorious close range combat. Rolls a bounce there for the M10. good hit there and disables the point as well. Over here, the engineer and the airborne squad push forward. Panzer Grenadier squad does fall back. And destroyed engine crit there makes it as good as dead. AT gun does get a shot down the Panther, takes it out. I wonder if he's sort of a bit curious why not there's only one Panther and wondering where the other one is. He may have not spotted the Bergantiga. He probably did. Airborne squad gains good hits there on the Panthers. Munitions half track has been recovered, now being repaired on up. Does find a Panzer Elite landmine there, does use fired up to get out of the suppression. Panther has the private damage there. Panther's going to charge him forward, trying to go for some crushes. Both for close rifle models are right there. If he keeps them dancing around, they can't shoot. Does get exhausted there and does get a shot taking out the Panther. But the carcass can be immediately reclaimed there by the Bergantiga. The Panther said hello. And now we do have the airborne squad falling on back. Oh, and the Bergantiga crushed the carcass. No Panther there, but this Panther is still... Carcass is somewhat intact. I don't think a carcass is ever intact. But enough intact that you can just weld it back together. AT gun does get overran there. SG squad's advancing forward with the Vet-3, actually G43 squad. Stops the point being repaired. As the player has the VPs in his favor. And even out the VP count. Rifleman squad now Veteran C2. Humo Barrage does take out the 30 cal. Oh, what just got wiped out there? Was that a sniper? That was a... Oh, he just lost the airborne squad. He's down to one rifleman, 130 cal, and one engineer. Scratch down to 30 cal. He's down to one rifleman and an engineer. Not enough munitions for a bombing run. SCG squad and G43 squad advance forward. I think the US player is right now just AFK. And looks like the US player does back the game now. This is Android saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.